The good stuff. Silver. I'm just pulling out some of my silver this morning. I have to. I don't have access to my either of my laptops right now. One's in the shop, and the other one went dead on me yesterday as I was trying to make a video. But so I got to try to do this in one shot. Just showing you some of these beautiful Scottsdale stackers that were obtained at much lower prices when the eBay Bucks offerings occurred. I don't recall the price offhand, but definitely picked up a bunch of those. And you've seen those before, and I have some of these vintage bars, but I'm not here really to talk about vintage bars or Scottsdale stackers. I just want to talk about the wheels coming off the bus. Did you see the price of silver this morning? Up near 1850, nearly a 40 cent spike overnight. Something is up, guys. And I thought silver was going to retrace back into the low 17s, but I don't know. I don't know. I think people are recognizing that this new round of repurchase agreements that the Fed is doing in the overnight markets are representing a QE4. And you know, this didn't happen by accident that they're able to do a QE4 and not worry about the debt limit or printing money or any of the things that they used to worry about. Right now there is no debt limit, right? The national deficit, is ballooning as quickly as you can possibly imagine. And why is that happening? Well, I think they're setting up. I think they're setting up for a significant devaluation of the U.S. dollar. All right, I also noticed that rates were coming down this morning substantially, so that represents a weakening of the dollar. But, it'll be a race to the bottom as the dollar weakens and currencies all over the world weaken in tandem with the dollar. And I have no doubt that we're headed towards zero interest rates in this country. I bought a truck. I bought a truck on Friday, and I was talking to the manager of the shop, and he said it's pretty bad between GM and Ford and auto worker strikes. But there are strikes all the time. But in this case, he said GM is retooling its entire product line, and some of you probably already know this, but they are getting rid of the Volt, they're getting rid of the Impala, they are getting rid of small cars, okay, just as gas prices are headed back up. And if you'll recall, the last time we flew into recession and nearly depression, oil prices started shooting up, and gas shot up. So I have no doubt that the auto industry is eliminating small vehicles just at the wrong time, trying to rely on giant SUVs and trucks to make their profits. But anyway, the auto industry is significantly retooling. We heard this morning that Mexico is seeing dramatic decreases in automotive exports, and they've already got I bought a 2020 Chevy Colorado, but the 2019s are still on the lot, guys. Anyway, the U.S. And the world is definitely headed into recession, right? And earnings will continue to disappoint in the stock market. And I was just watching the Junius Maltby channel, and he was reminding us about how quickly the market can fall when the stock market can fall when the wheels come off the bus. And I think it was something like a 10% drop in one day. So I'm not playing with stocks right now. I'm completely out of stocks. But it is a dangerous time to hold dollars. It's a dangerous time to hold stock but it is not a dangerous time to hold silver. Matter of fact, all around the world, the currency debasing that is going on is pushing the silver and gold prices up. I just saw another channel talk about Perth Mint Bullion closed its doors. The website is gone, okay, due to taxation by the government. Now, if you were the government of Australia and your currency was dropping significantly nearly every day compared to the dollar, and there was a means for your citizens to obtain stable, valuable, tangible wealth, what would you do? Well, you'd do everything you could to make sure that they can't do that. How do governments do that? Taxation. Taxation. It's happening here in America as well with the sales tax. New rules are kicking in on eBay. I think in October, mandating a sales tax on virtually everything. No more individual seller criteria. Now they're going to revert to a third party tax collector. But taxation in the UK, taxation in India, taxation in Australia, taxation in America. Why do they do that? Because people want this. And gold. They want gold more, actually. But I'm going to be changing my outlook on silver entry points, and I'm no longer looking for the 17s. Whatever is going on with the weakening of the dollar, the lowering of interest rates, recession signs, housing topping signs, this is it. This is the time that you're going to want to be in silver. I do trade the SLV, and I believe in it. If you have a lot of assets in a 401k or a self-directed IRA, I should say, great time to be in the SLV, the GLD, but also have your physical stack. Have the vast majority of your stack physical, right? You can take this in. If silver is 1850 today, I could take this into an LCS and probably get pretty close to $18 for it. This is vintage, and I wouldn't do that. It's worth more like 25 an ounce easily on the secondary market. But you could take in your Silver Eagles, you could take in your Scottsdale, you could take in the foundation of your stack, and trade that in for fiat. If the dollar weakens substantially, then silver is going to go up. And you know what else is going to go up is the ETFs are going to go up as well. So nothing wrong with that. But this is the basis of the stack. This is good stuff, guys. So if you're hesitating, I wouldn't hesitate much longer. I think we are in for a tragic set of catastrophic occurrences that are just about to hit us. Don't wait till silver cracks 20. Just don't wait. Here it is at 1850. Yes, I wanted it in the low 17s, and I did buy some. I replenished about half of my silver, my paper silver positions, higher than I wanted to, but now lower than it's trading, so that's good, right? But if you're in the rest of the world and you're wondering what's happening with your purchasing power, boy, look out. Look out, look out. Paper is not what you want right now. Hard assets is what you want right now. I don't know if that includes property or not where you are. You have to have a place to live, right? So I just recently put an offer on a house, which I swore I would never do until the real estate market came down. But rents are just getting too high where I am, and I still need to commute into the city. So I had to do it. But fortunately, the rates are so low that I don't think there's ever been a cheaper time to finance a home. It's just that I would expect there to be a serious haircut off of the value of property going forward, unless we enter hyperinflation, and then that would be positive for real estate. But anyway, I digress. I do think that you want to have the silver in your stack. Watch the markets. It is what the Fed is doing right now. And what the government is setting up for is a massive devaluation of your dollar. It is they're coming for it. The deficits will require that they keep interest rates low and will require that inflation come back. And honestly, they want it. They want inflation. It perpetuates the myth of a strong economy. But if you're working in the auto industry this morning and you just got your pink slip, you're not feeling it, right? If you're, holder of a luxury condo in New York and trying to sell it, you're losing a fortune. If you are tied to, oh my God, so many of the industries that are sensitive to the trade tariffs, Walmart, Target, Best Buy, you're really, really worried about your job. And a job that pays $12 an hour US is not going to pay your cost of living. So you're going to go on government assistance. And maybe even you'll vote for the guy that's going to give you universal basic income and you'll get your 10 grand a year free. I can't imagine things will get better under a Democratic leadership. And if this thing cracks under Trump, he'll quickly be swept to the side as the person that brought on this recession, not took us out of it, the person that made it worse by inflating a bubble beyond its natural boundaries. So you really going to have to look at your job. If your job is tied to real estate, if your job is tied to automotive, if your job is tied to contracting, even commercial contracting, watch out. Boy, I remember the last recession is fresh in my mind, and there was not a lot of work out there, all right? And the home prices came down, the banks started calling the mortgages, people without double incomes could no longer afford them, and they stole people's houses right out from under them. And people did it willingly because they didn't want to own a depreciating asset. Same thing in the stock market. It went down and then it went down and then it went down and then it went down some more. And about the time they said it would never go back up again, it started back up. You know how that goes. And silver had its day as well. So you have to play the cycles, which is what the paper is good for, playing the ups and downs and easy ins and outs. I mean, I can get in and out of a paper silver transaction or gold for $4.95 at E-Trade. So I do recommend it. So that's all I have right now. Boy, I didn't really say anything tangible, did I? But I am going to be looking to reestablish paper positions. My physical stack is intact. I don't need any more physical unless I'm getting it so much under spot that I can't really resist adding to the stack. And honestly, I would like a little more gold and a little less silver, so I would like to trade that out. But now's the time, I think. I think it's looking very strong out there. Apologize for the quality of this video. I have no computer, so it's going to be just a raw upload. But man, watch silver and gold carefully. We have a reignited bid this morning, and it looks like it's going to take another run at 20. That's what I think is happening right now, fueled by irresponsible government actions. Okay, guys, bye for now.